Fox 8's Caron Myers has been on the story today. Caron.
Dr. Greer had an appointment this morning to meet with school board members.
Fox 8's Caron Myers has been all over the story today and is still on the scene. Caron?
We were out with DOT people all day today.
Fox 8's Caron Myers was on hand today. Caron, what makes this meeting so different?
Well, Neil, according to the consultant,
That's right. According to ProtectKids.org, 1 in 5 children every year is solicited for sex online.
but he didn't go to that meeting. Instead, he was right here. They were out in force, especially on heavily traveled roads like here on 40. It is much more fast-paced. In fact, it allows people to provide input and then see the results almost immediately. The belief is that it could have been a cigarette that burned a couch. They were looking for debris, anything that could clog drains like this one here. Reporting live from Greensboro, Caron Myers, Fox 8 News. If you look behind me, you'll see the SBI arson K-9 unit is already on the scene, and they are here to rule out any foul play. Now, throughout the week, there will be several of these planning sessions. The first begins tonight at 6:30, and the public is invited. In fact, they're encouraged to come. Reporting live from the heart of the Triad, Caron Myers, Fox 8 News. This happens to be one of the favorite hills around here, but good news, we did just see a couple of ice scrapers.
Fox 8's Caron Myers joins us live now with reaction from some people in Guilford County. Caron, what are they saying?
Well, first of all, Julie, let me tell you that I had a moment to speak with Dr. Greer one-on-one, and he told me that it just wasn't the right fit. It didn't feel right, and he spoke with his wife Nancy about it, and they both agreed that Greensboro is home. But for some Guilford County parents, the news was, well, an annoyance. 3 of the people are now at Moorhead Memorial Hospital being treated for smoke inhalation and for jumping out of the second story. If you look there, you can see the blanket hanging down there. Another woman, we're told, was taken to Baptist Hospital after falling from the second floor and then hitting her head on the concrete below. And yes, as you said, sadly, one woman, Dot Southern, did die while trying to help her neighbors.
She was a good-hearted woman to everybody.
It was like Dot Southern to put others first, her sisters say.
It wasn't nothing she wouldn't do for you. This is what's happened to her, to being the hero.
The 57-year-old woman who lived with emphysema died trying to save the lives of her neighbors. Police say people were jumping out of the second-story windows to avoid flames and smoke.
Of course, they had some injuries as a result of that.
4 people were taken to Moorhead Hospital. The rest survived with minor injuries and frayed nerves, all but one. If there's one thing about Dot that you want everybody in the world to know, what is it?
That she was a great hero for saving the other people.
Trees over power lines, hot wires smoldering in the ground. When the trees started falling, these guys went to work.
Probably about 5 so far that we've had.
And that number just keeps growing.
I am scared. We are scared.
At Sonia Savalos' house, the tree got into the power lines, causing it to arc.
The tree, with the cable, the slide, and boom, 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 I don't know.
Ice is loading the power lines and blowing transformers, taking the power lines down.
Being from Peru in South America, this is not her kind of weather. For her, it should be summer about now.
In my country, it's different weather.
And all the local fire department can do is watch.
As long as it blows like that and it blows the transformers, we're okay. Big fire's going to get way behind.
Searching for the right words to say is never easy, especially at a time like this.
Last time I saw Tony Summy, he had brought his wife Dina a biscuit for breakfast.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Because she found out that he had taken the dog out for a biscuit and didn't bring her one. So he said he needed to stay in her good graces, so he brought her a biscuit for breakfast.
The staff at Tabernacle Elementary in Randolph County considered Tony Summy one of their own.
Tony was always really involved in our Veterans Day celebrations that we had. And just a nice guy.
To them, he was their personal deputy. That's because his wife, Dina, teaches 2nd grade here.
He did a lot of security issues here to make our school safe.
But on Sunday afternoon, that all changed when Tony Summy was shot and killed.
Miss Finnegan called and was at my home, and she asked what I was doing because she knew if I was driving that I needed to pull over.
Now the faculty is coping with the loss, as are the students.
It was shocking because I didn't know who it was at first.
This, however, isn't the first time the students and staff have come to the aid of the Summy family. 2 years ago, the family lost everything to a house fire, everything except each other.
They went through enough already, and to hear that her husband died, that's pretty sad.
Now they'll be there again.
And that's what will help her make it through this very, very difficult time.
And while this sign can't say everything they're feeling, it is a tribute.
Well, it's the school's way of just remembering him.
Today is Red, White, and Blue Day in the town of Gibsonville.
Across the street from a past war relic,
I like this one on the front.
on a street lined with yellow bows,
We put out our yellow ribbons just because like I said, I'm very patriotic.
Christopher Fair Beauty Salon, the epicenter of Gibsonville's patriotic pride.
I'm Uncle Sam's granddaughter.
I told the guy next door, I said, get a yellow ribbon. He got a yellow ribbon, and all of a sudden, everybody's got a yellow ribbon.
The patriotism all started with this 20-year-old.
Chrissy Baines, that was her idea.
My grandfather, my dad's dad, was in World War II. So we all worked together, and we've all made our shirts, and we've gone all around town and let people sign them.
Though she never knew her granddad, she honors his memory.
And that just makes me very patriotic that he fought for my freedom so that my parents could be together so that I would be here today.
And her customers feel the same way.
Because we're supporting our troops.
We are supposed to be free people.
Juanita Henry remembers the day World War I ended.
You don't look 93 years old.
It was early in the morning and they began to blow the whistle, not when they were supposed to. And the church bells was ringing.
Those bells meant the war was over.
We didn't get news like we're getting now. Instant news.
And while Juanita is nearly 5 times as old as Chrissy,
As I get older, I become more patriotic.
and she seems to be contagious.
We're showing our support, the least that we can do.
As customers come and go, Chrissy hopes the pride will spread.
What if we had to live in countries where we had no freedom? Couldn't get my hair done.
In Gibsonville, Caron Myers. For each mom or dad, sister or brother, wife or child, today is not an easy day.
Why are you sad right now?
Because he's got to go overseas.
For the 175 men and women of the 846 Transportation Unit based in Salisbury, it's time to move out. Men and women, neighbors and friends from Mount Airy to Moore County, Forsyth County to Granite Falls. Each soldier prepares in his own special way.
Platoon, attention. Stand at ease.
But for family members, they are anything but at ease. Parents like Moxville's Hope and Ralph Leonard find it much harder to send son Keith off to war this time than when Keith fought in Desert Storm.
This one's harder for me.
This was hard.
Really hard.
Every time he said, don't worry about me, Pop. He said, worry about yourself. I said, why? He said, I got a 50 caliber machine gun. You got a .22 rifle. So.
Back then, Keith was young, only 19. This time it's different. He leaves behind 2 sons, 13-year-old Justin and 3-year-old Chase.
Look at that little army man. Hot boy, you look so sharp. Look at that.
While leading 33 soldiers from his company is a top priority, his heart is with his troops at home.
He knows his dad's going to be gone for a little while.
While kids grieve the separation, adults know the reality. Just ask Keith's sister, Lynn.
I don't know, I guess because I listen more and hear more than I did the first time.
Attention.
And with the plane waiting,
Fall out.
the troops start to march.
I'm okay, Mama.
It's time for final goodbyes all around. Goodbyes for everyone in this unit. Reporting from Fort Bragg and Pope Air Force Base, I'm Caron Myers, Fox 8 News.
I've got to go. I'll see y'all.